Hello guys hello to the people who watch Void Media. By the way, I like the Republic a lot more. This is going to be a new series I'm going to call Instant Action. I do have the new Battlefront game, but it does not have instant action, and that kind of sucks. But you know, an instant action, or not instant action, instant talk I meant to say, by the way. But in instant talk, it's kind of going to be like a cutcom where like I cut to parts where I think were the most interesting, either in the gameplay or in the commentary. So yeah, we're gonna and also it's kind of gonna be a live thing where I kind of talk about various subjects I want to talk about, such as like let's say school or the gaming industry or something I heard, you know. So I got a subject I guess I want to talk about, and I don't really. I want to talk about school just because the end of my third quarter is coming, and that's kind of crazy, you know. As I've been growing up, my family's always told me I'm gonna miss school, and I will admit, I don't. A lot of people say they like dislike school or hate school, and I'm not gonna say I like school, right? Well, I do like school, but I think, oh, that's Jessica, run away. But I do think that the learning aspect can be done better, and what I'm trying to say by that is like the thing that like American schools are run by is this thing called Common Core, but it's kind of a broken system, and especially when it comes to something called like maps, or not maps testing, but like we call it Park here. It could be called CSAP or whatever it's called, right? But Park is something that's like basically if your school does good, right, then you are if your school does gets a good score on it, right, you get more funding. If you get a bad score on it, you get less funding. And I don't really find that too well. The thing that sucks is schools that are rich or have a lot of funding to begin with get more money, right? Okay, I guess that's cool. But schools that don't have a lot of funding and don't do good and don't do good get less funding. And that sucks. I think they should have an even amount of funding, I guess. But, you know, it's something that I can't directly change right now. But something I think should change in the future. I also hate how, like, in the whole school year, everyone, or basically the whole focus is school. Or not school, testing, sorry. Where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna, like, shove as much as we can down your throat so you learn this amount. You learn this knowledge, and you learn something new every day. And to be honest, learning something new isn't bad. It's just hard. That's why I don't find it very effective. Like if we were to spend like a week on a lesson in each class, then I think maybe it would do better. Now, I mean, in some classes, don't get me wrong, I know we do, but it's still kind of hard just because you kind of rush through things. And that's why, I mean, testing's needed just so it shows that your class has been learning, but the way it's done is it's kind of destroyed. It kind of ruins it though, because it's like test, or it's like learn something, test, learn something, test, learn something, test, and that isn't. I don't find that very effective, or at least for my learning style. Now, if it's effective for you watching, that's fine. You know, I'm just thinking maybe they should have different systems of doing it in different schools. You know, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a mindless idiot. And I don't want to say like I'm someone who knows what he's talking about. I'm really not someone who knows what he's talking about. I'm just some guy who's just like, you know, blah blah, trying to say what he thinks should be done and what shouldn't be done, you know. Also, the grading's kind of, I don't know. I think grading is needed but not needed. Like I understand why it's there, but it would be nice not to have it there. But you know that's something I guess I would leave. I wouldn't really change it just because I don't know what would be better than that. Besides maybe something that was like ridiculous, but you know, I don't know. Last thing, or next subject I want to talk about, not last thing. This might be better than last thing actually. The next subject I want to talk about is laziness. And as a teenager, right, I've been told that's just kind of what teenagers do, but it kind of sucks. You know, I procrastinate a lot on the homework. And I procrastinate a lot when I want to do stuff in general. And I really don't like it, and in these past few weeks I've been working hard of getting better at it. But it's really hard, especially when like you want to hang out with your friends. Yes. especially when like you want to hang out with your friends or you want to play video games instead of doing your homework, you know. And that isn't necessarily very. Relay a spawn, and I died. Oh, I shouldn't look for a spawn, but it's not necessarily fun. You know, it's not necessarily something that I would be like, oh yeah, I want to do homework, you know, but it's something that should be done. And homework, I think, like I said, I don't know if homework should be a thing or not. Now, maybe like a sheet of homework would be fine, right? You know, but we get a lot of homework, and I mean, I've talked to a few people about this, adults at least, and they said, oh, you guys have it easy, you know. Just because, and for a while I was like, oh, okay, cool, I didn't complain about it, or I did, but I wasn't like a really huge complainer about it. But now that I've been thinking about it more, and as I've grown up a little bit more than I was back then, right? I've kind of thought maybe we do have it easier, but it would be nice to find an easier solution that makes it easier on the students than harder, you know. Homework is one of those things where it kind of ruins stuff. By the way, I did not think we were gonna win this. We are 12-8. Look at us, dude. What the hell? Die! I like the clone so much more. But homework is not one of those things, and that's why we went from laziness to homework. That sucks. Laziness is mixed in with procrastination, and that's hard. Oh. Really? What? But laziness is mixed in with procrastination, and both of those combined really suck. And I mean, actually, no, they're always combined. Just because, you know, when you're lazy, you don't really want to do stuff. Well, they're not always combined, but they can be. They're mostly combined, at least for me, just because I'm like really bad and stuff about it. But as long as you try to get stuff done, I don't think you'll be blamed a lot by your teachers, unless like you're just like, unless it's like really hard to do things. I'm gonna take this out. Pew. Unless you just try half effort, and I get like yelled at a lot by my grandma and stuff for being kind of half-assed and stuff, you know. But basically, that's what I wanted to talk about mostly. Is I tried recording this before, you know, but I muted my mic. I think I unmuted my mic now. Yeah, okay, thank God. Ah, dude, the Genocians are annoying because they can like murder everybody. Like, what the hell? So we just lost a troop. So we need to go. I need to go find these peeps. You know. But in the end, that's really what I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed this little commentary, I guess. By the way, I do know my mic sucks. Just to remind you, this is going to be called Instant Talk, where I kind of just cut back and forth. Or I just kind of cut the scenes, you know, or cut to parts where I think I make a good point or something. And yeah, that's basically what I wanted to tell you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace. I'll be cutting to the end of the video, by the way. Or, actually, I'll also put in funny moments, but, you know, I won't add that part in. I'm not going to say that. Awkward silence. Are you kidding me? Okay. The victory.